bringing it to a little bit of the world that I know and spent my time in the sports space, there's a lot of conversation around things like Mamba mentality driven killer that people want to be. And the guy that I think a lot about is my personal favorite player at the moment, which is Shohei Ohtani. And he is unequivocally the most amazing baseball player that our generation has ever seen. Depending on how much longer he can do it for, could be the greatest baseball player of all time. And there is not an ounce of killer to be found in his interactions with his teammates, with the rest of the world. It is built off respect.
Yeah.
It's built off of competition. There will be a winner. There will be a loser. There's one guy on the mound. There's one guy holding the stick. Someone's going to win this one. But it's not based off of hatred. It's based off of a love of the thing that you're doing. And I point to him regularly as the definition of what a new perfect athlete could be, the one that is hyper focused, only caring about winning, but not to the detriment of others and not purely for the promotion of himself either. It's for the love of doing it. And if you ever get a chance to watch him, if you get a chance to look into him, you can tell that this man loves what he does more than anything else. It's neither soft nor unsuccessful, and it's certainly not just to scratch and claw and make sure that your opponent never gets up again. It's love. It's this middle space of caring and being relational in the moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I love this example. And one of the reasons that I love this example is because of the authenticity of it that you're speaking to. And when you think about how we bucket these traits, like bucketing what's in masculinity or bucketing what's in femininity, people are complicated. They are a complex blend of stuff that doesn't easily sift into all one bucket or all of the other bucket. And so when we indoctrinate people into a worldview that requires you to be all one bucket in order to get what you want, be successful in life, find a loving partner in terms of how that worldview works, you got to cut off aspects of who you are. So what do? Well, okay, you shift into the performance of gender. Judith Butler, a bunch of other people have talked about this, right? We socialize people to act a certain kind of way. And in that act, there's a lot of inauthenticity. You can see it sometimes in people who do that really macho perform. I'm thinking right now of like the Tate brothers and things like that as a really extreme example of this. There's so much performance in it. It's so much act, right? And I think that sometimes it's easy to miss the pain that is kind of inherent in doing that. You know, like the suffering of when you look at yourself and you look inside and you go, you know, this is not really who I am, but I feel like I need to be this way in order to get ahead or to be successful, whatever it is for a person. And then you can have this moment sometimes where you look inside and you're like, well, actually, here's how I really feel. And that here's how I really feel becomes more how you're being and how you're doing on the outside. And there can be some pain associated with that, but it can also be this like really beautiful experience that a person has of kind of reclaiming aspects of their interior. That you're not forced to be, you know, all Mamba mentality in order to be a super elite athlete. And I think that's just a great example of it.